Workspace Provision Co., your spot to create, connect, and grow. Flexible offices and event spaces made for entrepreneurs and dreamers. Come see what's possible. To learn more, visit workspaceprovision.com.
A business hub where you can go. It's a Workspace Provision Co. A business hub where you can go. It's a Workspace Provision Co.
Hello, everybody. My name is Grant Paxton. We are here in the Bonsai podcast room with the famous Adam Lee Decker. How you doing?
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm great. I do want to highlight the fact that you were booked last week and you canceled last minute.
Yes, I did.
What was more important?
Well, that's a good question. There was a miscue on what day I was supposed to be helping with a field trip at the school. And yeah, so it's damn being human. Okay.
Right.
But here we are.
I like you so much.
Same.
Bromance aside, what I'm saying is we have a lot of similar interests. And so beginning this podcast, I wanted to grill you between the ferns style.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Indeed.
Like, are your parents divorced?
No, they're not. I know, right?
That surprises me.
Right. Correct. I understand. Yeah. No. Actually, the love that they have is unmatched. Like just the one, they're both still alive, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Two, you're not going to see it. I just don't know if you're going to find a stronger love than what they have, which is really neat.
It is incredible to have such a good role model, to grow up with that. I try to be an example for my kids, of course, and they see how I treat my wife. But I had a father that loved his wife and looked at her like they just met again. And that was such a cool thing to have.
Feels like not that it's not gone. Obviously, you're in a good relationship. I'm in a good relationship. But I just feel like there's been a generational difference of what love is. And it's more dimensional now than it was then. There was just things that you would just like, nope, I got to be here. This is how it's got to be. This is how it's got to be. Just kind of like, I guess, buck up almost, as opposed to the world now where we're using more of our capacity to spectrally look at what a relationship is. And there's more to do, I think.
There is more to do. We've really dived into mental health more, I think, than ever. I've talked to some mental health professionals here at Workspace, and I don't think some of those facets existed maybe when my parents were in their 20s.
Or when we were in school. I mean,
yeah,
but like same area.
That's true.
You know?
The schools now have such a huge guidance counselor, cool down area, these things that didn't exist when we were in school.
When you and I were put in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay? He doesn't need to be in the special class, right? Because I mean, I grew up in Central New York, so I went to a really, really small private Catholic school for a minute. And they were like, what is this human? You know, because like I'm trying, like on that, what was it? Autism wasn't even a thing at that point. It was just like, special needs kids.
Yeah.
And they were roped in and they all had different things, but they were just all being there.
Yeah.
Herded in like cattle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like, passed all those tests. And I remember like one of my teachers being like, hey, just pass them whatever, like with the blocks and all the things and making sure that I was, whatever neuro test they're doing at that point. Why do you do the things you do? I was asked. And I said, because I do them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's quality.
Yeah.
Though I don't know. I think now I see it from both sides. I went to school for education. I was a teacher for a little while. The inclusion is just as difficult as separating the kids based on their cognitive ability. I'm even right now trying to make sure I don't say something that's politically incorrect.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But what I'm getting at is you have that kid with autism that stands up on top of the desk and flaps his arms like he's a hawk. And the rest of the kids are just like, that's Jimmy. There's something really nice about that.
Yeah.
But there's something, of course, that makes it really hard for the educator.
Right. I think like, oh, that's nice because like everybody's looking at their thing and there's a screen everywhere just to take that energy. I mean, instead of like Jimmy's being the hawk but nobody's bullying him.
That's true.
Isn't that interesting?
It is really interesting. The the geeks, the outcasts are now the cool people.
Exactly. I imagine in the outskirts, I mean, it doesn't take long to get real country where we live. It takes about 10 miles out of the triangle.
That's true.
You know, but where I am in Durham at Voyager Academy, the kids like you know, it's a public charter up there.
Okay.
You know, there's about 105 kids a class. It goes K through 12, and there's just a good community happening there.
Right.
I mean, yeah, there's things you want, there's things you don't want, there's things that they push too hard. There's things that's a school. Can I be more vague with that?
I grew up south of Pittsburgh and went to a similar school. It wasn't a private Catholic school or religious affiliation, but it was. I graduated with 91 kids, and I went to school with literally the same kids from kindergarten to graduation.
Yeah, and that's what my kids are going to do too. I mean, the people who move in and out. But I graduated with like I said, I started at that private Catholic school and then moved to the bigger city of Cortland, New York.
Okay.
Where there was I think I graduated with 167. I don't know why. I think I just very specific number, but classic, you know, high school.
When did you move to this area? You grew up in New York.
Yeah, I grew up. I moved down here in 2008, like almost like I think the 2nd or 3rd of January.
Okay.
I had like an 11-month contract with an a cappella group that was in the United Arts Council of Raleigh.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually still with. The group has changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it started there, and at that point, before, you know, like there was a reality television run that took us for like a 2 to 4 year in and out fun thing, like started very heavy.
Okay.
Midwest tour type thing, down the coast, up the coast, you know, along the regions of New York that we used to do as well. And that kind of just, after the America's Got Talent moment fizzled, I wanted to keep doing what I had doing. I could have checked the boxes. I started doing musical theater and then started doing music education, vocal performance. And after getting picked up by the a cappella group that I was in Central New York, I could now check the box, some college.
Perfect.
Yeah, because we have not. We haven't finished.
Yeah.
But we've just been kind of running musically full time, you know, up and down since 2005. Yeah.
You are famous. You're on Google. You're easy to Google. Your music background. There's a lot to unpack here because I know a little bit about you just from you being my dear friend of the fair weather variety.
Right. Right. No, of course. So, like it was actually going to rain. And I was like, that's a 40-minute drive.
That's true.
I owe GPAX.
Oh man.
Thanks.
No, I appreciate that. But what I'm getting at is it's hard to put your music career into one sentence or a small paragraph for that matter even. But you were on America's Got Talent. You were on American Idol. I want to say it was 2007, then 2012.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it like behind the scenes of these shows?
If the viewers can look at a room like you know, like this with this wonderful backdrop, right? There's a lot of sitting around.
Okay.
A lot of takes.
Yeah.
A lot of initially. Now I know that the reality television situation has changed because I know there's a lot of like Zoom and like submission auditions electronically. So the cattle calls that we grew up with don't really exist anymore just because, I mean, COVID changed the game. Okay. You know, and everybody realized they can, you know.
So they pre-vet you from afar, or some of these stages of the audition are digital? Is it what you're saying?
Yeah, right now they are. I think submission at that point, you know, 2007, 2008, it's crazy to think about how technology has changed since, God, 20 years ago. It's coming.
I know.
Doesn't that really just hit?
I know it. And
isn't it still 2006? No, it's not.
Now it was South America or something, a giant silver ball came down from the heavens or something. Who knows? Yeah,
exactly.
Unrelated. Sorry.
No, it's good.
We can talk about that later.
We definitely got to shelve that.
Yeah.
So let me try to talk about, I know that we were doing a show in Ohio and then went to Boston to audition for the opening call because they had a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you just kind of walk in, take a number. We had driven the whole night, right? And we just kind of get in there and turn some heads. And we sang some kind of wonderful.
I don't need a big black car. I got everything that I need more. I got more than you can ask for. Come on.
our little acapella version of it,
Love it.
you know, and that really did good things. And so that first audition was great. And they were like, "Hey, paperwork, cool. Let's clear everybody." You know, like there's a lot of paperwork that happens. And we auditioned in Boston, but we got, I think, shoveled into the 4 because there's like 4 major regional cities that they did like the taping of, right?
Yeah.
And I think we were put in the Chicago gathering,
Okay.
right? So when we auditioned in front of Hoff, Sharon Osbourne, and Piers Morgan, that was season 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
For those who watch and look, that was like audition 4 or 5,
Okay.
right? And then takes of said audition happened, waiting, just backstage stuff, you know, the time that it takes. We're gonna get you in here at 9, 8, 7 in the morning, whatever, more 9 or 10, and then like we're going to, you know, like here's the list of what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it. You're gonna do an interview in something even like this, right, with tons of B-roll they don't even use, you know, but they have the, you know, availability of it.
Yeah.
So.
Do the judges that are on TV, who were they again for America's Got Talent?
Piers Morgan.
Uh-huh.
It was David Hasselhoff and Sharon Osbourne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they really actually have a lot of say on who moves on?
I think they do, for
Okay.
sure. I think that, like, I know that there's a team that looks at what we've bagged for this season.
Okay.
Right? And you want to make it relatable as you can. I think that there's multiple, like, we're going to just call them exec producers, right?
Okay.
Which is like, I've got the acapella group, I've got the Swinging Sisters, whatever, like the, you know, does the hula hoop thing.
Yep.
And then I've got like, you know, like some other guitar player that does crazy stuff. Because I mean, America's Got Talent, we were very boring in the fact that we weren't juggling, we weren't
Not out of the ordinary.
Yeah, exactly. It was just an a cappella group, which is always nice because it's just unique enough to be in that genre.
Right.
Yeah. I remember there was this this group called the Duttons from Branson, Missouri. Ever been?
Never. Can't say that I have.
Wow, what a place. It's just because we actually had a residency there with the Duttons after we got booted for like, you know, like after we got knocked off top 20. And I'm just going down there. What a fun, crazy place.
Wow. What makes it so unique?
It's like if Vegas is like residency acts didn't have all the extra paraphernalia around as a city.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But very simple. It's definitely part of God's country for sure. I do know that. But like I said, good quality people. Awesome stuff.
A little slice of heaven kind of town.
Yeah.
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 Okay. American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
The judges when you were on that were Randy Jackson, J-Lo,
and Steven Tyler. Yeah.
Okay. Did you interact with them much?
So like, I mean, going back to even, you know, America's Got Talent with too. Remember, they're producing a show,
right?
So like, there was light interaction. There was interaction, like, again, I remember one of the biggest things in Idol, they like held us in these rooms and made us wait forever and wait forever and wait forever just because they were going to announce who was moving on for like to get it down to like top 40 where it was at, I think. And, you know, like they came in and, you know, oh, hey, like there'd be little chatter, but okay, everybody, we got to get together. You know, like we're going to film this. You guys just sit there. I mean, you know, they're making a show. So everybody's like, oh, it's not genuine. I'm like, well, but they're making a show. Like we're watching it because it's a show. But I would say there was 1.6% of the whole thing. You know, I'd have J-Lo, like a lot of the stuff. She wasn't a huge fan of me.
That's the thing, when you guys have such big voices and you're used to kind of rocking out like that, you got to learn how to kind of hold back and relax into it because you have that power, so you can use it anytime, you know, and that's called dynamics, and you want to use that a little bit more, especially when you have the voices that you guys have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're like vocally, right? Like it's fine. But Steven Tyler was.
Right.
It was cool. And that was just whatever I was trying to bring to the table, because I've always had a tough time defining where I am vocally.
Okay.
Like, I don't know I do many a thing. You know, I grew up listening to Wanya from Boyz II Men and Glenn Miller and Frank Sinatra.
Right.
Like, you know, as far as that goes. The rock stuff came in later in my 20s.
When you sing in your a cappella group, which range are you?
Sure. Usually tenor, usually lead, you know, because obviously hearing me.
When
like
you
just-
talk, I'm
yeah.
like, he's a bass too.
Exactly. Where it's just like that, you know, baritone. Classical baritone, but rock tenor. And I sit probably rock tenor too. I mean, I can get up there, but
Yeah.
I'm 42. We gotta relax.
it hurts more.
It's
takes
just
more
yeah,
recovery.
it just takes exactly. And just like there's too much going on to Redline, you know.
When I heard you are the official musician for the Carolina Hurricanes.
I will define this. I'm
Okay.
the official resident playoff singer
Okay.
for the Carolina Hurricanes. I've been doing that for.
I'm still going to say it the way I said it.
I love it because there's a lot of good musicians that come through that. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. But what I was getting toward is I listen to, I've seen it on TV, but I've also watched clips of you sing the national anthem. And I thought, is that the same guy I know?
Right.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Your range is phenomenal. You have, though, I would consider a golden voice where your speaking voice on a mic like this is great. You could be the MC for anything just with your speaking voice. But then your range threw me off. I'm like, holy cow, this guy belts.
Yeah. You know, thank you. I really got nothing other than like maybe I should do this
Yeah,
more.
well,
and so
thank your loving parents. Are they still in New York?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're thinking about, I mean, my mother's gonna retire, I think January, February.
Very nice.
And I don't think they're gonna move down, but I think they're gonna be a lot of extended time to just hang out with my 12 and 9-year-old and watch them kind of
It's great.
grow right up.
It's great. Are they musical?
Oh yeah.
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 So you grew up musically.
I mean, both of them, you know, really strong mother, local jazz singer, a local jazz group. I mean, good cantor, good choir type voice as well. And also her and my dad would be like in kind of a show, not show choir, but it was a
Okay.
stage show. I'm not quite sure, like maybe you can define this with me.
Okay.
So from Shenango County, New York, they were part of the Shenango Shenanigans.
I love that so much.
And like songs like Pink Cadillac, but they bring like a car out and they do like this. It was kind of a showcase show.
Yeah.
She was also in a group that would do a lot of corporate and stuff called the Freedom Express. There's actually tapes of that. I gotta dive in there. But yeah, like so she was musically, and then we started to get bigger, and she, you know, had to work and had to. I mean, they were making money doing it, but like, you know, like
Sure.
it wasn't full time. So
It was kind of a passion, maybe a side hustle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but more passion than.
Yeah.
I mean, my mother specifically too. Like she kind of shut down the music in order to be the good mom that she is.
Right.
And it's interesting because I think I need to keep the music going in order to be a good dad to my kids.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I used to play out a whole ton.
Yeah.
Every night almost.
Mhm.
Whether I was making money or not, I was just passionate about it. I loved being on stage. I loved having an audience. I loved performing. But I tell people now, they're like, yo, you barely play out and this and that. And I'm like, well, my family's my best audience right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about, you do tons of open mics. You're performing in a group right now. The open mics you do, that's where I first met you. When I moved to Wake Forest, I went to Blackbird Brewery. Or maybe I reached out to you and said, hey, do you have any spots open? I saw you were hosting it. And we met doing that. And then I learned that you were doing that every other night at different places.
Yeah. So, again, open mics come and go. Let's start there. You know, 'cause,
Okay.
like I think when we met, there was like, you know, there was a couple more, and then, you know, businesses work hard on it.
Yeah.
It's not me failing if it goes away. It's just the open mic thing's only been like a third. This is year 3 for it for me.
Okay.
Which is an interesting adventure. I run a simple sound system. I bring instruments for everybody. If you don't want to bring one, you can just bring yourself, which is cool. But I was actually kind of like, so Growler Girls in Durham, they had an awesome open mic that had happened. Actually, local musician Heather Rogers, she's back, which is cool. Check out Heather Rogers. She's great.
Okay.
Love you, Heather. But she used to run that, and it just started to get a good little following. And I had some equipment, and I was like, well, I mean, gig nights are what? Thursday through Sunday if you're really feeling the vibe,
Right.
right? But truly Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Time you gotta have it be multifaceted.
Sure.
So what's a good way to make income musically? Maybe not in the way that I mean, I like to perform.
Yeah.
Like, do I like to set up sound equipment? I mean, kind of, because it's just part of the job.
Sure.
It definitely makes it feel like a job for sure.
Sure.
So like when you meet me, if you're just seeing me set up sound gear and just sitting in the back of the, like on a mixer being like, oh, a 12 channel mixer, like not digital.
Yeah. Right.
Right. My brain capacity, like I'm actually thinking about diving into something else for sure, but just like, it's my continuing it to like, how can I make people sound good? You got a ton of people with different guitar styles. You got a ton of people with different voices. Like, so it's just kind of like expanding and growing, but also this fisherman at sea meeting somebody like you, somebody like Blank Can, somebody like,
Right.
I mean, like everybody else, this is a networking opportunity that I never thought to be,
That's true. My day job right now is running our print business, and somehow I incorporate my music or the other things that I like to do into it. They're both networking for each other. We'll do a wedding invitation and they're looking for a musician. And I'm like, well, hey,
it's interesting.
By the way,
I can make you the flyers, but tell me your tunes and here's the fee.
That's right.
It's nice. Remember that there's work. Like know the word work.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna sound like an old man here. No, I'm kidding. Because I love what I do. But yeah, like what have I gained since I started these? Sure. Great contacts.
Yep.
Figuring out how to MC a little better, even though like I've been on stage, like how do we gather something from nothing? Set up sound equipment, work on like, even if it's like 12 effects and how to put them in into corporation of where, and
it'll give you an appreciation for the person on that side of the equation doing sound for you, but it'll help you dial in your own sound too, maybe.
Yep.
When I started, I'm like, I plug in, I'm like, can you hear me? Great. And then I'd play.
Correct.
And then my friend Tom is like, have you heard of effects? It's just a little dial. Turn that up a little bit. Give yourself a live sound. I'm like, I'll just plug right into the speaker.
Well, especially, but you can do that because you got the voice you have. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Yeah. Which is great. And that's what I do love about like people like you walking in. Well, one, we know each other because of this open mic adventure I started 3 years ago.
All right.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But then it's nice to have talent. I mean, you're like, it's easy to just like, the people you can just immediately plug and play.
Yeah.
And like, play with. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I sat in with you and like, just for like on the open mic djembe, if you will.
I love it. I love it. The incorporating others that want to play with me, I'm always all about that. Every once in a while, you'll get somebody that you're like, oh, boy,
exactly. It's like you don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
But the thing is
that excites me too, though.
If the door's open, that's really nice. Because I mean, in my 20s, it wasn't. I'd say young 20s. I'd say like, again, big, huge head. Not a lot of data to track yet, though. Hey, man, I'm going to be great. Yeah. Well, what do you have to show? Well, this.
Yeah. Right. I think I always like the attention. My wife will tell you more than I will that I like to be in front of people.
Yeah.
I that's where I thrive.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a panic attack sitting in the car alone.
Yes.
But get me in front of 3,000 people with a guitar, I'll be cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, that's it. And then, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's where the me comes out. That's just how I'm built.
That terrifies my wife, by the way.
Being
just that 3,000 comfortable guitar, right?
Oh,
that's your shine zone.
My wife rather die there.
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
And that's for a lot of people that they fear public speaking more than they fear death.
Right.
On a daily basis.
Yeah, it's wild.
That doesn't mean, I guess in my mind that means that they'd rather die than go up on stage. Maybe it doesn't really mean that, but for my wife, and it sounds like yours too, that's the same. This episode is powered by Foxtrot Print, located here at Workspace Provision Co. at 14101 Capitol Boulevard, right where Wake Forest meets Youngsville. Foxtrot Print specializes in pieces that keep your business moving. menus, loyalty cards, booklets, thank you cards, and more. As a husband and wife team, we work directly with you to create print that makes an impact and helps your business stand out.
Going back, where like this whole music adventure kind of started when I was like I was a goofy 8th grader, dude. I'm telling you, it was,
I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, well, that's yeah, just like this Casper of a human that's like trying to grow, and like,
Sure.
like it's whatever. It's the puberty stuff. I commend everybody going through it. Well done. Okay, here you did it. I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly.
Oh yeah.
I just would karaoke track and just like dragging myself across one side, dragging myself across the other. Just like this again. My first move was like Pong.
I love
You know what I mean? It was just stage left, stage right, stage left, stage right. And again, I wasn't like being in front of an audience. That was terrifying. But I think I could. But it wasn't like terrifying. It was like, man, I don't want to do this. Man, like this feels crazy. Let's see what happens here. And that's the difference.
When I played in a group in Florida, in Northeast Florida, St. Augustine, I would do my own weird dances. I would wear cowboy boots and walk on my heels while I was playing some kind of song. And it was just being me. And most people were receptive of how I had a stage presence, but I can't hold still anyway. It wasn't going to happen when I got on stage. You learn how to move. You learn who you are. You learn where your pocket sits. But we talked a little bit about the genres or your sound or what you would consider yourself. I have similar experience where I remember listening to a lot of Dave Matthews Band. I listened to a lot of Train back in the day, but then I listened to my brother's 5-6 years older than me. And he was into like rock and hard rock. Like he had Queen's Greatest Hits, The Police, The Eagles, Steve Miller Band.
Yeah.
But then my dad had 90s country on all day long while he was working, And so I think I'm just a mixture of all of those things.
I hear those two things because, I mean, my dad can crush some Randy Travis to this day.
There you
he
go.
kills it.
Yeah.
So a lot of country. And then I had this babysitter, man. I was super young that was just into
When you were 17, you had your babysitter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm sitting at 5 and,
Okay.
like I think it was Tom in 10th grade. I was playing F-Zero with him. He's listening to Alice in Chains. He's listening to White Zombie. He's listening to like heavy Nirvana. I'm sitting there 5-6 years old. I'm like, this is one like I shouldn't be listening to this. Like
yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was great, and I just like kind of seasoned me a little more to
Definitely.
figure out what we're going to be doing musically.
And I had those experiences too of music that impacted me, that maybe I didn't love it, but things stood out to me. I remember being on the school bus, 5th grade maybe, listening to Chop Suey, System of a Down for the first time and thinking my parents would kill me if they knew I was listening to this, And now I'm in the car blasting it with my little boys. I don't think there's anything. There's probably some weird satanic meaning in it. I don't know. Or
Sure. That style of sound.
Yeah.
The yelling that they call it, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't allowed because that wasn't music when we were growing. But like, damn, was it though? Huh?
Yeah, it was.
And it's cool that like the yelling amount. Now there's like, of course, like there's lots of like heavy metal bands that just people can't get to.
Sure.
It's okay. But somebody like Chop Suey, somebody like System of a Down, and like this repurpose of like, everything Chris Cornell did and Nirvana and just all that.
Yeah.
That style of sound
Yeah.
is way more accepted these days.
I think so. Spotify, and it suggests songs.
Mm-hmm.
But every week, my smart shuffle is a different genre because it's trying to figure me out. There might be a day where I just listen to Dave Matthews, for instance, all day long.
Yeah.
And then it starts giving me stuff like Jack Johnson. And Dave Matthews is sort of its own genre sometimes.
It's right in the
pretty
middle.
unique.
He came up late in my appreciation.
Okay.
Because I was just vocalist first.
Okay.
And if you didn't have good vocals, then
yeah.
But that's what I was doing when I was younger, so
Sure.
which I don't agree with anymore.
Sure.
Obviously.
Fair. I
But
mean,
Dave, yeah.
my uncle is a drummer and he listened to a lot of Dave Matthews and he was so cool to me as a little kid. And so I'm like, Uncle Tim listens to Dave Matthews Band. I better listen to it as well.
Yeah.
On a tape, which doesn't exist now, of course. And I can just remember being a kid, though, laying in the grass with a non-skip CD player that still skipped for the record.
You were throwing it for no reason.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And
like it's tough in the pocket. I mean, that thing's a unit, you know?
Well, did you have the, what were those jeans?
The cargo
Jenko jeans or whatever?
I never did the Jenko.
I didn't do those either, but they fit. I saw people with CD player. I'm like, right on, bro.
CD players.
That fits in there.
And the women's style of pants is going Jenko, by the way, but also high waist.
It is.
Isn't that interesting?
They're hideous.
I mean, okay, so like you and I also grew up in like the low-rise Abercrombie age.
That's true.
So like that's tough to like etch out of my mind.
Yeah.
You know, it's
that's true.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't have that much age on you. I know I don't.
No.
Just by a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We're of the same variety.
The same variety.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a little bit of that northern connection too. That helps. But like, of course, Virginia and North Carolina are the south to northerners, but the north to southerners kind of mixture. It's rare to find true locals around Wake Forest even. Everybody is from somewhere else, which is great. And that's why I'm here. I want to be a part of we were talking before about my businesses. I want to be part of the growth. I want to be part of change and be involved.
I feel the same way about Durham as far as where I'm at too. It's just like nobody's from here.
I want to go back to a couple of our other topics for listeners. Adam is well-versed in so many facets of music, but he is also hilarious. He also has lots of stories to tell. We gab at an occasional open mic here and there, and we're always laughing. Let's change gears.
Yeah, sure.
Cereal. Is it soup?
No, but it is just fun milk.
Fun milk.
I mean, because basically, like, if like it also, you can go eat. What are those little pellets, man? They're awful. Like
Fruity Pebbles.
Was it called grape nuts?
Grape nuts, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the human version of dog food.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, listen, it's fibrous. It's all like so like that's the bottoms. That's the fisherman's friends of like cereal, right? But then you got the oops all berries. Like that's almost cotton candy in the morning.
That's true.
It's just in a different format.
It's immediate sugar shock in the morning.
With calcium.
Let's spike that blood sugar.
Yeah.
Grape nuts, though. That's not, I won't even acknowledge that's a cereal.
Right.
It's an old person breakfast for me.
Right.
I don't care if I'm old. I'm still going to say it's an old person breakfast. They said, no one's buying this, so let's make grape nuts hot.
Yes.
Gross.
No.
Have you ever tried grape nuts hot?
I've not, and I won't.
I won't either.
But good. Good. I mean, it makes like again, that's I love it that's the most passion I've seen out of you today. It's like your grape nuts passion, like you get like it's crazy. We're talking about these big things, but you bring up the grape nuts.
Cereal's a big deal for me.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a big deal. I love cereal.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a weight problem or I'm heavy 10 pounds too much, if I cut back my cereal, I'm good. That's my vice.
Yeah.
You know, my problem is I can eat a half a box of cereal before bed.
Oh, it's
without a problem.
Yeah, it's the late one, man. It's
the late one. I don't
when
eat
that
it for
sun
breakfast.
goes down.
That's right.
Like you gotta.
I ate cereal for breakfast as a kid a lot.
Yeah, me too.
But as an adult, it's a dessert. It's a guilty pleasure.
Right. No, it's delightful. My big passion right now is to basically take the cereals that I want and just to move them into the Rice Krispie treat. Do you like do you want like a world of milk with your cereal, or do you need to just what's going on in your bowl?
I have a specific bowl.
All right.
For this. I've had it for about 12 years now.
Okay. Tell me more. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's moved a couple times.
It's moved several times.
Yeah.
And I made sure and brought it with us. I now let my oldest 6-year-old use the bowl every once in a while.
All right. Is it made of glass?
It's plastic.
Okay, but that's still the plastic is not forever.
It's a hard
plastic makes it possible, but it's not forever.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's getting a little worn. It's bigger than a regular cereal bowl, your standard bowl. It's made of plastic, this thick plastic. It's secure. It has a handle under it if you want to hold it.
Okay.
Because sometimes, especially if I grow a bigger beard, I got to get her close to me because I'll wear it all.
Yeah.
And it has an upper level to it and a lower level.
Okay.
And the lower level is more of the basin of the bowl. So you can bring in a little bit of dry into your wet and have the perfect bite every time.
Unbelievable machine. Wow.
It changed, it
did.
revolutionized my life.
It did. It did. That's, I don't want to shelve that, but I do want to talk about, you know, like, again, Fruity Pebbles in like a standard, like people don't have that magical thing. I mean, you know, like, what company is that? And let's try to get that sponsorship. Because that was magical.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even know what company it is. I don't even know. I think it just stumbled upon my life. I don't remember someone buying it for me.
just rolling into the
It
door.
just came in like this metallic ball I don't know about. It levitated
Correct.
down and put itself in my cabinet.
Is the bowl getting heavier over time with study or no?
I'm getting heavier.
Well, that's
The
okay.
bowl.
Fair enough. I mean, that's like something's getting heavier. That's good to know that it has that amount of, like, it's very parallel to.
Yeah, no, it's not getting heavier. It doesn't have any super properties or superpowers other than delivering me the perfect bite of cereal when I need it.
Yes.
You can do, I think it was also designed for like chips and salsa or
Oh,
so you can have dry and wet separated, but it's still a bowl experience.
dry and wet separated.
That's right.
Still the bowl experience. Like, you know,
That's right.
I mean, that's the
I've never seen another bowl like it.
Amazon has one better right now.
Okay. I'm sure.
Meaning, like, I don't even,
I know.
I don't even have to look.
You know already.
Actually, it already is giving you suggestions because you're talking
My
to it.
phone's listening
Yeah,
to me.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's good to see all the particles up there.
That's right. Now let's move on to the hot dog thing. We shelved that. Hot dog, is it a sandwich? Let's get that out of the way.
Ooh. It does. Okay, so where do we see a dog? And we're not talking about the delicious one in Chicago, and that's they make the foie gras dogs and the foie gras, or like all that. Like we're talking about that. We're talking about dogs at baseball games.
Yeah.
We're talking about those.
Yep.
We're talking about the dogs that are on the children's menu, usually at blank.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And that sits with a hamburger.
Yep.
And a hamburger is a sandwich.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's at every restaurant, and every restaurant has a sandwich. I mean, generally speaking.
Right. I feel like it's a sandwich. I'm also okay with people who passionately don't think that it's a sandwich. And it can be its own thing. Because it is a meat tube. I mean, it's a tube of meat.
Sorry, I can't.
No, I know. No, it's important to be able to make sure that this is not this. I mean, this isn't a children's podcast.
No, it's not. And we could discuss what hot dogs are made of.
Well, that's difficult. If you go to like the Siri, hey, look, what are hot dogs made of? And like where we're going. Are we going, like, are we going to be immediately talking about the cruelty of animals, like, and what happens in that process, what the actual ingredients are and how they're killing us? Like, or is it going to be like back in the day, you know?
I think ethically speaking, hot dogs are a good thing
Yes.
because they're the leftover parts ground up into a tube.
Right.
So we're being resourceful.
Yes.
We're not wasting. But I have to have 100% beef hot dog.
Yeah, I think so.
I can't do anything else. I can't.
So shout out to some hot dog places locally.
Okay, let's do it.
Have you done Snoopy's in
Not yet.
Elliott? Okay. Okay. Are you cool with the Southern dog though? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like the cookout, by the way, they kill it.
Yeah, they do.
It's the Carolina style dog.
Okay.
The chili, it's got the really diced slaw on it too, you know, mustard. And then if you want to get greedy, just throw a piece of bacon on there, but that's just personal greed.
Yeah.
That Carolina style dog is great, right? Snoopy's has one very close to that. They do for sure. I do like the one at the DBAP, if you will, where the Bulls play. Pretty good.
Great.
Like those.
Have you had a Shorty's hot dog in Wake Forest?
Yes, yeah. So I've had many a Shorty's thing. I like
Yeah.
what they're doing. That's that super thin chili soup. Like it's in that bin all day.
Yeah, it is.
Right. And just that flat top. That whole place is. I haven't been it forever. I actually probably am gonna go eat there when I'm done. Here. Nice idea.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
They have a red hot dog.
Yeah, they do.
How are we feeling about that?
Well, the red hot in the different regions. I haven't looked at how about this? I think it's delicious. Do you know more about why it's like what's going on with the
I read
Red
about
Dog?
it, but
Yeah.
I forget. Do you
Isn't
know?
it this? It has to do with, I was going to say the sack,
Yeah.
the tubing, right? It has to
Yeah.
do with what the
What the tubing's made out of.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing I wanted to talk about is like, I just
All
wanted
right.
to be like, okay, let's just see how this goes. Cause when we have conversation,
Yeah.
when we're not recording,
Sure.
it can get a little silly.
Yeah, it can.
Topic wise.
Yeah, I'm being on my best behavior.
Same.
And yeah, and that's okay. Definitely do this maybe monthly or something where we can have a side topic out of, because traditionally I hold a casual interview. Sometimes it stems into a topic about something local or whatever's going on, but I interviewed an individual that's a Naked and Afraid contestant and winner several times. His name's Wes Harper. He is awesome. He's known as the Assassin, by the way. It's like for trailblazers and folks that want to market their business. I'm trying to bring community to workspace provision here, and that's one of those elements of it.
I love it. You see that I mean, we can talk about what I do for sure, but like,
Yeah,
we can just talk, which is great.
it's great.
You know?
And those are the kinds of things I listen to, that my wife listens to.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the Sheetz hot dog, she likes that.
Listen, you grew up in PA,
Yeah.
and I know you had Sheets before. Really, anybody did.
I come from, that's correct.
Yeah.
I come from the stomping grounds of Sheetz.
Yeah, you come from the creating.
I knew Daryl Sheetz personally.
Yeah. By the way, if people don't know, this is important. It's good knowledge. You know that 88 gasoline?
Yeah.
Okay. You use it, right?
Never.
Why? What kind of vehicle do you have?
I don't believe in even numbers in gasoline.
2003 or 2007. I don't remember. Right.
I don't know. I don't know why I don't use it.
It is religiously cheaper by 50 cents.
Why don't we use, what's different about it?
I think there's more ethanol going on, but it's different than what
okay.
because, shout out to my wife who used the wrong,
She put
gasoline.
diesel in it?
Not
or-
diesel, but
okay.
that other high efficiency one that has like a lot of ethanol.
This is 88.
88, exactly. And it's like sitting, I think right now, like 245, 254.
So, but your car is still working?
I mean, it works very well.
Okay.
Yeah. I think everything's like 2007 on. It can. No.
Okay.
I think it's got a bad rap because people are like, what is that? Cheaper gas.
That's what it is.
It's technologically, enhanced gas, which is great.
And you're supporting corn farmers.
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like I am.
I think you are. As we sign off, is there anything you want to tell listeners maybe about upcoming shows or events you're doing, or where to find you or connect with you?
Yes, there we go. And that'll be easy because October's nuts. But let's talk about the big one. I mean, let's talk about the one that I am passionately the most excited about, which is the opener for the Canes, October 9th.
Yep.
7:00. Love that one. Can't wait to do it. But yeah, I mean, it's Adam Lee Decker on all platforms, and Adam Lee Decker Music on Instagram. My website, www.adamleedeckermusic.com.
Okay.
Olivia, thank you for keeping it up. Like there's good content. Like I don't know if there's good content on it, but you can find where I'm playing.
Great.
Yeah.
I love it. So one more time, Adam Lee Decker is in the studio here in the bonsai room of Workspace Provision. This is Workspace Podcast. Grant Paxton here, signing out. Boom.
A business hall where you can go. It's a workspace provision code. A business hall where you can go. It's a workspace provision code.
Workspace Podcast is recorded at Workspace Provision Co. in Youngsville, North Carolina. If you would like to get involved or sponsor our next episode, email us workspacepodcastnc@gmail.com.